And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Golden Eagles of Tokyo taking on the Minnesota Vikings. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First play and a first pass for Cousins. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 36. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking for Tyquan Thornton on that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Golden Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Easy.
To throw, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 65 yards.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what, 3rd down. All you're thinking is, what can we do to keep this drive going to get enough yardage to move the sticks? You're certainly not thinking about taking this one almost the length of the field, but that's exactly what happens here. What a play, and what a change of fortunes.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Here's Cousins. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Eluding the pressure right. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that'll be caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he gets this to Thornton. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Pacheco headed right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Golden Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the counter, Hunt. He'll get this up to about the 44. But you look at this defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
This is 2nd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Cousins. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A give right side now to Hunt. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
3rd and 8. They'll run again with Hunt. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. They bring their punter out there now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Off the play fake, Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 44 yards. And the Golden Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Attack!
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Mahomes going to throw. Down the right sideline. And touchdown. Tyquan Thornton with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Golden Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it is 28-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 7. Throwing, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run. Sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Touchdown. Travis Kelsey. 29 yards. And the Golden Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyquan Thornton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Golden Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Vikings nothing. Youngway Koo set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. That's down the field for Jefferson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing the game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now.
Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Cousins. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now Cousins. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They run right side with Hunt. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And it's caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, this is where it pays to have a quarterback you can trust with the ball in his hands. Normally you want him throwing or at least trying to make this an option. But here, this is a straight run, a QB draw, and he reads things perfectly and takes it into the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. It's a big play there. 46 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings will take over possession here at the 44.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. Touchdown! Travis Kelsey with career touchdown number 75. And the Golden Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. 15. Pacheco gets it up the gut. A strong running. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go play fake. Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
15, 15, 15. 15, yellow, 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 yellow. Our side.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Did he get the feet down? Yes. Touchdown. Travis Kelce. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Golden Eagles are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Vikings on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. But such a costly interception. Nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive, because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception, almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Hunt. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
No gain on the play.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They run for it with Hunt, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 34 yards to gain that time, another 1st down.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hey, Sunday.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Coup now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mahomes going to throw it here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Coup for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. One of the linebackers has got it. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. Sheds off the tackle. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Back near the goal line, Cousins. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On third down, here's Hunt. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Listen to me. What's that?
One last shot now for Cousins. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?